Senator Tina Smith.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Durbin, and thanks to all of my colleagues and to all of you for being here. Good morning. When I worked at Planned Parenthood, I used to dread the anniversary of Roe versus Wade. On that day at our clinic, the anti-choice protesters would be in front of the doors to our clinic with their ugly signs and their cruel messages, and the women in Minnesota would have to walk through that line in order to get the basic health care that they knew that they needed. And now here we are 50 years after Roe, and Roe is no more. And we have seen the consequences of that for people and for their providers, the chaos that that has caused in the healthcare system, the damage that it has done to people, to women seeking out the health care that they need, providers who find that they have to talk to their lawyers before they can make decisions about the best health care for their patients, women who are faced with traveling across state lines, who are faced with postponing needed medical care because of this ridiculous situation that we're in. And why is this happening? This is happening, as Americans now understand, because extremist Republicans decided that they knew better than women whose lives and stories they will never know what kind of health care they needed. That is unacceptable in this country. And the voters of this country agreed. When we had this last election and pundits and others suggested that abortion rights, abortion freedom, reproductive freedom was never going to be a salient issue for voters, we saw that that is not the case. So here in the United States Senate, we are going to continue to fight in every way that we know how to protect and expand reproductive freedom, including abortion. We are going to do everything we can to make sure that people have access to medication abortion, which is the way in which over 50% of Americans are now getting access to abortion care. And we're going to do everything that we can, and especially we are going to fight to stop the abortion bans that we know the Republican Party is hell-bent to put into place. That is the work ahead of us. I'm proud to stand with these incredible allies and healthcare providers who are working on the front lines to try to protect the health and the freedom of women and people everywhere in this country. And now I am very pleased to be here and proud to introduce next to you my colleague, Senator Ron